Why do so many people love Lemmy? Why do so many people admire Motorhead? I think it's because it's a band with a lot of integrity. I think it's a band that shows you who they are for real. I think everything you see with Motorhead is real. It's not a performance, it's not, a show that when they get out of stage they are completely different. No, what you get from Motorhead is the real deal. I always had in my mind, in my head, the idea that I wanted to photograph a rock band since I was a kid, a teenager. I listened to Motorhead for many years. So for me, this experience has been really amazing. The story started back in 2008. I went to Rolling Stone magazine, met Jody Beckman. She asked me, so what band would you like to follow? Probably I could have thrown any name in there in the magazine, but I decided that the band I wanted to follow was Motorhead. The beginnings with the band were kind of hard for me because I didn't know anybody. I had to get to know the band, I had to get to know the crew. I had to drive afterwards, like kind of follow the band with the bus. So some nights I had to do like 400 up to 500 kilometers to get to the next location to be on time. Then the band decided that I could travel with them with the band bus. One of the things I really enjoyed in the beginning was to be able to photograph the sound check, because it was the only chance I had to be on stage very close to them while they were performing. Actually, I was not so interested in live concert pictures. I was really interested in what's going on behind a band like Motorhead, what's going on behind Lemmy, behind Phil and behind Mickey. Phil Campbell is a very generous man, and at the same time he's also a clown. I love his way of doing it. Most of the funny pictures in this project are from Phil. He can be doing weird things, he can be doing funny things, but he's the man for that. I admire these people before I met them, and I can say that I admire them even more now because I've seen the reality of the best rock and roll band in the world. A group of hard-working people really enjoy the energy that Motorhead has, only with 3 people on stage. So for me with Motorhead, it was started in 2008. I did the European tour. Then next year I went to the South American tour. We went to Brazil, Colombia, Argentina. These are the color images. I remember while traveling in South America with Motorhead, a lot of funny moments. I remember once when the band got out of the airplane and they asked for wheelchairs for 3 wounded people. And there were Lemmy and Phil sitting on a wheelchair. They asked them to bring them all the way next to the limousine, and like 10 meters before the limousine, they stand up and run. In South America, the trip was different because we were flying everywhere. It was not land transport, so it gave me the chance to photograph more in airports, more in hotels. There are 3 very different characters. I mean, Mickey D can be in his dressing room and he would probably be having dinner or playing a game, a battle game with a computer. Phil probably will be drinking some Strongbow cider, chatting with friends. And Lemmy probably is gonna be having a Jack and Coke and just relaxing or reading. Maybe playing some games. Very relaxed person. I have to say that his age is already 66-year-old, if I'm not wrong. So he needs his space. I mean, he's not that you can be all the time next to him taking pictures. And the same for everybody. You know, I don't want to be a pain in the ass when I'm traveling with the people and pointing at them all the time with the camera. I think it's very tiring, and I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable with my camera. So for me it was being in a big family. I feel I was accepted as part of this family. I had access to everything. I feel very lucky that I have been able to do this project, and I feel still more lucky to have witnessed how an album is built, how an album is produced, how an album is recorded. So when I was in LA, I could see Lemmy composing the songs, and then they were doing some rehearsal together with Mickey. And then all the way going through the studio with Cameron, recording the original music for the album. It's very different to see Motorhead playing, for example, in the daylight, you know, with 60,000 people in front of them. That was also very interesting to photograph, because most of the shots I have from the band are at night or in very dark places. I think what makes the scenery of Motorhead complete is the fans. I have some of the pictures that are kind of, some people ask me, so how did you get this shot, you know? And it's just when the concert finished, as soon as Mickey D was stepping out of the drums, I was jumping on the drums to be able to have that upper shot, higher shot, to see the band just saying goodbye to the crowd. I like one of Lemmy's sentences a lot. If you think you're too old to rock and roll, then you're too old. And that's the lesson I learned from Motorhead.
Röadkill!